Welcome to episode 1 of my series, where I just basically sit here and ideate on a new business idea and try to get my best to take it as close to market as I can, preferably to market, but just the process along the way. So I was trying to think of what I wanted to share in this first video, and I think it has to do with all of the stuff that I mentally filter out while I'm doing the next step. That I've done this so many times that I have an idea of what it is that I want and don't want to do. It's not necessarily what I want to do in terms of ideas, but what will fit my criteria. So I actually have a list here. Let me use my handy dandy scene changer. Look at that. And talk about the things that I personally care about when pursuing a new project. All right, so first, is it enjoyable? Is this going to be interesting to me? Do I enjoy doing it? And if I'm getting paid, is the money worth the hassle of the work? I'm at a point right now where I have very limited time. I take care of a toddler for the majority of my day. So I only have a few hours, and I could be spending that doing things around the house that need to get done. But for me, I love working on business ideas. So if I am going to only have 2 hours a day to work on something, I want to make sure that I enjoy doing it. I don't want to have to dread doing it. And I don't want it to be something where I would rather be doing the laundry than doing this idea. So that's the first criteria. Second, learning. Because I love learning. I think that this is a huge thing that I care about when pursuing a new project. If it's just going to be something that I've done before, not really interested. So if I get to learn something new, that's definitely a criteria for me for picking something else. Okay. 3. Creativity. The act of creating a business is already pretty creative. It's building something new. So I just want to feel like when I'm building something new, is this new and novel for me? If I've done something that's pretty much the same thing and it hasn't worked, that would nix this creativity threshold. But most things are creative, but it's just there to kind of filter out things that would be rote and boring. Okay. 4th, ownership. Do I feel like I have control over this, or does this belong to someone else? I want to make sure I have control over it. I'm not a control freak, but if I'm going to be putting in the time, I want to know that it's going to be mine and it's not going to be someone else's. So what does this mean? So this is essentially, do I need to work super hard to will this into the world? Or is there already something in the market that is going to pull this along? Is there a wave that I'm riding? And will people be naturally attracted to it? So 6, is it simple? I am one person. I have limited time. Is there a straightforward, relatively clear way forward for this idea? I'm not going to be building the next biotech startup. That's outside of my scope. And 7, absenteeism. Will it keep going even if I don't show up at a certain time every day? Or I have a toddler. If she's sick, am I still going to have to show up and have to do work even while I should be taking care of her in a very intense way? I want to be able to step away and go to Target at 2 p.m. on a Tuesday. So those are my criteria. Is it enjoyable? Will I learn something? Is it creative? Will I have ownership? Is there a kind of natural momentum? Is it simple? And would I be able to step away from it eventually if needed? And it's not a super urgent thing where it always needs to have 99.99999% uptime. That's my criteria. And the next step is trying to figure out what meets that criteria. So I'll see you in the next video. I would definitely encourage you to figure out what your own criteria are. What is important to you? And this is what's important to me. You might not want to do something simple. Maybe you do want to do something complex and change the world. And for that, more power to you. Me, I'm a simple person and I don't need a lot. And I just want to keep it simple. So that's just me. Okay. I feel like I needed to caveat that. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay. Bye.